All right. That one's uploading. Monday, 14/19, 29 seconds, year 2026, second month, February 16th day. President's Day today. Look out. Look out. Ding, ding, this burning heart in me have to drain the pee. All right.
Yeah, Cuckoo. Hi. There you go. Wait for Poopa come. Yeah, Poopa come.
Just waiting for Poopa come. All right. So anyway, the whole reason to start the other video was the pre-com solo part with the Burning Fart Man song. Burning Fart Man. Playing around with shit. That was the D minor chord with the first finger down and then slide the rest of the D minor chord with it. That would be C sharp minor. 9th fret, 6 strings, always C sharp. 3rd dot, 4th dot, 1, dot 1, dot 2, dot 3, dot 4. 9th fret. There's 12th fret. 2 dots. So, down there now. So it's probably the A6, A minor, where the pre-cum solo. And then it probably goes to an F. To E3. Then the D minor. And then it goes into the chorus chord structure. The 1 5 3 4 5. 1 5, that'd be the 15 3 45. So that's probably it. So. You know, just earing everything, earing it out. You know, earing it in, earing it out, in and out, earing it. And it's not always, you know, celebrating the pole. let the girl get on top. Now it's celebrating the whole more instead of just the pole. Equal. Too much missionary position. Boy energy on top, which is the thought energy. Everything that's imaginative. That includes the inner ear. Everything heard with the inner ear. Oh, wow. Except that the inner ear also has a girl side. And if the boy inner ear is dominating over the girl's inner ear, the girl side, then it could be that the domination is to drown the girl out more. In other words, to listen more with the inner ear. To listen more with the inner ear would be the girl energy. And then the boy energy, the dominant part, the thought energy, is one to say, that's too hard. Fuck that, that's too hard. Fuck it. It's sending thoughts in to the body, to the girl energy, saying, fuck it, that's too hard. Fuck that, that's too hard. Go get it. Go to the records. Go to the records that depend on the book. Instead of just, you know, listening to the song. Once the song is listened to enough times, it's automatically playing in the head. It just arrives out of nowhere on at the job site or in the bedroom or cooking dinner, playing, beating off, all kinds of stuff. And then to be with that inner ear then and figure the song out with the inner ear. But sometimes there's going to be a lot of waiting because it gets overloaded and can't hear the song, can't hear the next part. So just, all right, set it aside and let it arrive naturally. It'll cycle back around, and then that part that one was looking for, wonder that part that went, instead of saying how, wonder that part. And it'll come 2 days later. In the yard work in the yard, that part will just pop in there. All of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, there it is. But I'm fucking mowing the yard now. Oh fuck. I'd have to stop mowing the yard and come in and pick the guitar up. You know, all that stuff that happens. Brother has played that one over and over. That's just 2 notes, double stops. All it is, double stops all over the place. Because once Russell here started becoming conscious with double stops or 2-note chords, which is classical music. A note and then a counter note, a note and a counter note. It's also known as pedal point, counterpoint. And it was Mother that shared with Russell that 2 melodies being played at the same time is counterpoint. Russell's mother, the Russell mother, Sharon Ray Henry Eskew, from the King Henry lineage, King Henry VIII lineage. It's where the first affidavit was brought publicly from all the kings that have been figuring out the way to get the people equality instead of having to have slave kings all the time. It all comes out of the King Henry lineage. Anyway, and then realizing that that's the 1 chord right there. Starting off down here in the blues box, playing the 2 notes. 1, 5, 4, 6, in any different shapes. Some scales in there too, single notes, and it's all with the finger pick. And going 1 string at a time with the scale notes, because the inner brain is used to being with the scale sound. It gives it a sense of direction. Like, I can sense the next note can be sensed. It has capacity to be sensed instead of all this I stuff. I can sense it. It gets into I own everything. It's mine. All that shit. Learning how to wean off that language. It's all subconscious. Subconscious reprogramming. This all gets into fucking Tony Robbins. Neuralistic programming. Although for the most part, Tony is mostly boy energy when it comes. He's more thought dominant in the teachings, more thought dominant. But he's learning from Russell though. He's learning. But that's the old habit. NLP. Neuralistic programming. Which is just a fancy way of saying, new habit. New yin-yang habit. New boy-girl relationship habits. New relationship habits. Boy and girl energy. And there's the child energy. Because eventually the 2 energies mate and produce a child, which is the atmosphere all around. Most normal people want to enjoy peace all around. Peace all the time. That's the atmosphere, the peace in the air, peace with the air. The vibration, the frequency, getting freaky with it. Some of the sisters like to get freaky with it. It's not the actions, It's not the actions. Oh, that's terrible action. Sister's getting freaky with it. She's grinding, she's twerking publicly in front of everyone. Not the action, it's the intention, it's the motive. Remember, the judge always wants to know the motive. Just because someone killed someone doesn't mean it's a bad thing. What's the motive? Well, the fucker shot me in the fucking leg with his fucking shotgun, and he was about ready to shoot me again, so I threw my Chinese star right between his fucking eyes. Happened to have one in the pocket as I was laying on the ground, limping with the shot. Then the judge goes, in this case, killing someone is good. And it's that way with every subject. That includes the most hated subject called pedophilia. There's a good side with pedophilia. And brother had already got the lessons all lined up, been through the studies, wrote all the books, published them, everything. For all those in the public that have a hard time with growing up. Universally growing up. And seeing oneself in the mirror. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And the little child inside that gets molested and raped, which is another way of saying the child is told to shut the fuck up and just comply. Comply with the expectation that's in the air, the atmosphere. Comply with the bully child energy, that's expectation that's in the air. It's the same idea as a molestation and a rape in a pedophilia situation. An offended child. And it goes both ways. The offense goes both ways. One that gets offended and one that offends. The child that gets offended and the child that offends. The child that gets offended, and then the child that offends the child. You know, the finger pointing blame game. You're blame, you're blame, you're blame. No, you're blame, you're to blame. No. And then they make peace, say, we don't want to blame each other. Let's blame something. It was Satan. There, we got someone, we agree, it was Satan. We got something to blame now. There's always something to blame in pedophilia on the dark, mud-stuck, abusive side. Always. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why Russell's here. To shed light on the situation. And Russell ain't no fucking newbie. It's the same idea as sacrificing a child. You know, like the Epstein files where Hillary Clinton and a lot of other high-level officials are being accused of child sacrifice. And there's more to it. There's more to it than legally meets the eye. See, but the thing is most people don't know the law. They're legal conscious. And so they want to see justice. They want to see some people strung up, executed, and all that. And you can't really blame them. And so the Templar Night Order, Universal Temporary Order is going to provide that. It's going to provide that. That's the way it is. It's part with the universal growth. Till one becomes conscious with the law, where, one does not kill the child. Either way, one doesn't kill the child. One doesn't punish the child. One audits and exposes the child lawfully. Yeah! But if one ain't there yet, no training, no consciousness with it, then it's natural. It's a universal natural law to expect that someone gets legally held accountable with the punishment system, the penal code. And the legal dick's gonna come out and it's gonna fuck the shit out of the girl right in front of everybody, symbolically speaking. It's gonna be another molestation and a rape. But most people aren't conscious at that level yet. They see it as justice. And so Russell gets into NLP, neuralistic programming, at a much more deeper lawful level than everything that's going on here splashing around on the surface in legal land. See? Which is still a good thing. It's just everybody gets to be where they're at. And if everyone's happy where they're at with it, it's all that matters. There's a wonderful universal law. It goes like this. The universe gives everyone and everything they want till their heart's overflowing with joy with it. And if they want to live that way and be reincarnated over and over and over and over and over and over and over until all of a sudden there's a next conscious spark to grow from that, it's up to them. That's their choice. And they have the universal right to exercise that freedom. They have the universal right to remain unconscious and to have that consciousness grow naturally. It might be 200,000 years. And then a small little step might happen. But remember, everything Russell shares is just a story. And a story is just something that's always hearsay to the hearer until the hearer has self-experience with the story. Self-experience. Otherwise, it's just a book being read. It's just a Hollywood movie being watched. It's just a song being listened to. Depending on how, on the way one wants to interpret it. The way, replace the word how with the way, depending on how people want to interpret it. Depending on the way people want to interpret it. Learning how to change the language, the bad habit language, to produce results that are much more wanted. The old saying is apropos here. Who am I, or who is anyone to rain on someone else's party? And this gets all into trust issues. Oh, Russ, what were you to do if someone put a gun to your head? guess in the moment, Russell would know exactly that which to bring. And then live with the lesson that would appear. Live with the lesson that would appear. You know, who the fuck really knows what Russell would bring? And that's a statement. That ain't a question. That would be Universal Doctor Who knows, because Universal Doctor Who is connected in contract with a lot of alien extraterrestrial military technology to time travel into the future, and has already seen that which Russell is going to bring. And then if they want, they'll put a roadblock in it to try to stop it. See how that functions? Or manipulate it in some way to have self-advantage. Mud-stuck abusive child self-advantage, which is a place to grow, once again. And then Russell hears, dun dun, that's a perfect fourth, dun dun. And that would be the Ozzy Osbourne song, Diary of a Madman. But it's in a different key, it's this key. But it was this key. So it would be this. Which is these notes. Which is the hop. The hop. See? Hop. But it's with the court down here. So brother has to play the hop pattern with just 2 fingers. But if he wanted to, he could probably get the 3rd finger in there. Bit hard though. You gotta have bent fingers. They're straight. Fingers are straight. Now, if the brother does have capacity to become so closer with the universal energy, to be able to morph these fingers and cause them to bend right before someone's eyes. Talking bend sideways, not this way. Talking this way. And that gets into just studying the old ancient mythological gods. And all the dead bodies that are on the planets. Giant bodies. There's giant body parts all over the fucking planet. And YouTubers have posted them on the videos. Proving it. Showing it. And once it's seen, it can't be unseen. And the old mythological stories, where they could morph themselves into different shapes, especially to hide from one another. You know, if Zeus was chasing Waka-Baka-Whack, whatever the fucking name is, she turned herself into a cow And then Zeus figured out that she turned himself into a cow, so he morphed himself into a bull because he wanted to fuck her. You know, that's how the mythological god stories go. And most people think that all that shit is a bunch of fantasy. Come to find out, there's a lot more going on that's been hid from the people at higher alien, extraterrestrial, and military levels. With humans, military levels, government, banker, military levels. And with President Trump and Russell as the queen energy, president as the king legal energy, Russell bringing the lawful girl energy in. Together, a team. All this information, all this knowledge is going to be brought out. All be brought out. Amongst all the arrests and people getting fucking hung on lampposts and all that other good stuff. You know, so to speak. You know, treason, bullets to the head, public executions, all kinds of shit. Public tribunals, military tribunals, people going to jail. For all the legalism, mud-stuck, abusive legalism stuff that's been going on, and all the people that are raised with the legal system, they want to see legal justice, and they're going to get it. Flamenco, Yngwie J. Malmsteen's favorite mode, favorite way to play. That would be two males together, two boy energy chords. Phrygian dominant, which is a 3 major and then a 4 major, which is the theme song to the old 1980s, 1980s Hollywood movie called Jaws, when the megalodon shark showed up. The music, the theme music, starts off slow, and the closer the shark got to the victim, the faster it got. That's all heavy metal music comes from that. The 3 and the 4 note, flamenco, harmonic minor, Bach, Beethoven, they all knew this stuff. Handel, Grist, Grouse, Whack, Jack, Amadeus, Paganini, Fuck the Nini, Stroke the Nini, Viola, Vivaldi, Whip Waldy, and all the Waldo, welcome to Wally's Waldo Worlds composers. The reason why they're familiar with it is because it's a universal vibration. Now sing with the chords, son. I know you're screaming inside. Four, three, three, two. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 4, 3, yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, 7. That's diminished seventh. Just hold it like that. That's a chord, diminished seventh chord. Or you can go with those fingers. Da, da! That's the inner ear. That's the girl. Da, da! It's the boy also, but more so the girl, because she knows exactly where to go and to bring it. Look at that. That's a B and a B sharp. B, C. Is that? C. No, it's A sharp. A sharp, A maiden chord, which is a combination with a minor and then the major. And then the major chord, straight pure major. That's a 7-1 or also a 3-4. Reason being is because it's a half step apart. See that? Remember earlier with the lesson? Russell's favorite chords. 1, 7, 6, 45. 1, 7, 1776. Independence Constitution, which all the legal people know very well. Swell, getting to know it better every day. That was cool because it went to a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1 when it was way up here. That's a 4 major. D minor shape 3. D minor shape arpeggio. Double stop style. 2 chord. And then the 1. Harmonic minor, diminished 7th, flamenco. Da, 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 da. Let's see. That's the 5 note. This is the pre-cum note. The Mona Lisa note. 5. A 1. A 7, 6 again, a friend. 4. 3 is a minor chord, D minor, put a dick on the chick. Now it's a tranny major Baphomet, satanic star with the point go down. There's the famous Ingve, 4 notes per string. Flamenco, Mexico. Good stuff. After all these years, rolling through the tears, I cannot seem to find the peace of mind. No, whoa. E minor. My peace of mind, D minor, A6, or yeah, A6, D minor 2, peace of mind, A minor 6, E3. After A6, which is an A6 7th chord. After A6, B7, C1, backwards. 1776 played backwards is 671 now. After all these years, covering the tears, I just can't D minor with my addicts than love. 45 for 1, I'm coming. Can't you see my bones inside?
That's the one note, the come note. And there's the clap note too. Neuralistic programming on the mudstuck abusive side. Everyone's programmed and expected to clap. You better fucking clap or else you're gonna stand out amongst all the people in the audience. So they're all gonna look at you and say, are you here at the front line to fight the war, fucking soldier? Or are we gonna have to shoot your ass? You're holding us back. Get in the fight, bitch. Put the hands together. Or we're gonna fucking have a military tribunal on your ass right now. Shot fucking dead. You sure as fuck ain't gonna be, you getting us shot fucking dead if you ain't gonna participate. Frontline faggot. Pull your pants down while you're at it. I'm gonna give you a good lesson. See how that goes? Now who the fuck can stand up to that shit? Notice the Doctor Who colors? Ah! There's the gong, bang a gong song. That was a 1 chord, then an open D. D usually goes with a C, and a wonderful. D is just the 2 with the C key. D is the 3 with the A sharp key. D is the 6 with the F key. D is also the 1 with the D key. Major, it's major.
E strings with the A sharp major. And the B, the open B string. That's F key. F, D6, C5 to D6, anticipating, A sharp 4 more, open the door, if wanna snore, with core coming toward the black hole shore, Apple, New York, City, city. That's the last note, 22nd fret with that minor arpeggio. Couldn't do that. That could not be accomplished on a Fender 21 fret guitar, although there are 22 fret Fender guitars out there. Unless one was to bend that note up. Bend up 21st to the 22nd. That's D minor. 6. D6. F key. That's Marty Friedman style. Come from behind. Bend it up in there. Get that bent one up in there. Get that bent one up in there. That's also Jason Becker's partner. Marty Friedman, Jason Becker's partner. The F4, the A sharp 4 also utilizes that 22nd fret. Yeah, there it is. A sharp. Now bend up with it, come from behind, Marty Friedman. And that right there is the diminished 7th spacing. So, now play the diminished 7ths. That's the 2. There's the 3. Six. 6-string D6. Blues box. Blues notes, sharp 2. Some call it flat 5. Russell calls it sharp 2. That note just wanted to play out of nowhere. Well, it's already been another hour. The fire has to be stoked. Brother's all over the place. Just enjoying wonderful vibrations. That lovely girl energy, getting freaky with it, twerking all over the place. Twerking it all over. Angus Young, Ozzy Osbourne, Full Moon Reflections. Oh my God. It even gets better than that. Some say it don't get no better than that. Later.